construction core, Captain. I'll take care of it.
Welcome to my build guide for Harris, the new descendant on the First Descendant. So let's get straight into it, shall we? For the reactor, we have the toxic mechanics reactor, simply skill cooldown, toxic skill power ratio, because honestly, she does enough damage and you want to get that skill cooldown as low as possible so you can spam the heck out of her one. She's going to be using the plague set because honestly, she can make use of everything there. You're never really going to be using a firearm. Toxic skill power is amazing on her, and obviously when you acquire custom resource on her, which is pretty much the entire time, you're going to be making the just absolute best out of that last effect of the four. The weapon we're mostly going to be using Secret Garden, but I mean you can always switch down to the Duos Market Manus if you want. Nothing wrong with that. It's always a fantastic weapon. For when you get those tough to reach bosses or enemies. Let's go to have a look at the modules. We're going to be using Steel Vanguard, Safe Training, Toxic Amplification, blah blah blah. It's mostly standard stuff. I do have a Ancestor module that I'm only using for the 10% skill down reduction because it allows me to get my cooldowns just astronomically low. If you can get one with cooldown reduction, if you can get a better one with maybe tech power, by all means, definitely. I can still make use of the fusion damage on it. As you can see, it's got quite a bit of fusion damage. But I mean, it's not that big of a deal. Skill hit crit rate doesn't matter either because we're not going to be critting. But as you can see, 1.2 second cooldowns on my one is just, yeah, she's just going to be brawling the heck out of everything. And we're going to be using safety training because honestly, it makes her 3 into another shield, which basically the whole point of this build is you're going to be doing quite a lot of damage, but you're also going to be near as damn immortal while you play it as well because you're going to gain a shield every time you use your 2. Which you're going to do the superhero dive at the ground every 4 seconds. If you wish to do it every 4 seconds, it's a bit excessive, but you know, you can. And you'll gain a massive barrier, and so will any teammates around you or near you. And whenever you use your 3, you'll do a dot to nearby enemies. Quite a powerful dot in all fairness. Or quite a powerful nova of damage, I'll say. The actual dot isn't that good. And, well, you'll get another protected barrier, which, again, is fantastic. And basically the whole point of this build is that you're just not going to be able to die. Like, this build is pretty so safe that you have to actively try to die if you want to die. But thanks to the fact that Harris also does not use mana, we can also use Stim Accelerant, which you know just is flat a bajillion health. So we're going to be as tanky as out, deal a nice chunk of damage, and well, survive everything. Get those ranges up, skill expansion, etc. You can see what's going on. I'm using Steel Vanguard. I'm a little bit still out on the jury is out whether or not Power Beyond for the extra 15% skill power or Steel Vanguard. I kind of like a Steel Vanguard, but honestly, I think it's a bit negligible between the both. Use whichever one you prefer. If you feel you're getting more out of Power Beyond just for the base 15% skill power, go for it. If not, I mean, I use Steel Vanguard, so you do you. Obviously, get the cooldown down with MP conversion. Yeah, just it's a pretty standard build. If I'm bluntly honest, there's nothing like amazingly super awesomely powerful about it. It's just a case of, well, I don't really see that many people talk about the fact that Harris is near as damn it unkillable. To be bluntly honest. And for the arcade tuning, nothing major. We're just going to take cooldown reduction, toxic chain catalyst. Oh, it's hard to say that one. Skill power, and I'm going to take the extra 2 here and here. Honestly, they're not majorly important filters to tuck them anywhere else, but I don't really see anywhere where it can really help. I guess if you're doing Colossus fight, you can always go 1 and 2 here, but it's not absolutely major. That will help because it is a good like 37% damage. But again, nothing special. Let's do a run. Okay, let's get into this. I always do the newest mission just because I always find it's a better benchmark for how good a character is. No point testing them in lower end content, obviously, because, you know, it's kind of obsolete by the time you get to the end game. I'm in! I'm in! Just punch all the enemies here. Nothing to see here, just punchy punch punch. Use your 3 when you want to. Basically on cooldown if you really want to. Punch the ground a bit. And, you know, you're not going to really take any damage from all this. Use your 4. Laugh at the damage it does. You can punch down the aircraft if you want, or the drop ships, whatever you want to call them. It's not a big deal. As you can see, there's like a little stagger for whenever I can actually use my 1 against sometimes, like there. But it's not really too discerning. You're not going to lose much by a tiny little bit of a stagger. If you don't have that Ancestor mod, I think there's probably about a 2-second window that you can't do an attack with. But it's not too bad as long as you keep your 1 and your 2 and your 3 uptime. Crash in and feel like a superhero because it's actually quite awesome. Her kit actually is really fun. I've got to give it really a lot of credit for it. Her kit really does hold a lot of fun to it. And it's just always fun to just know you're punching the crap out of a load of enemies. Because as you can see, her 1 also gives quite a bit of AoE on it. And my friends also, when he sees me playing Harris, always says that when we're on the Axiom plays, it's always funny to watch me use her. And he just sees enemies flying in the air because apparently her 1 does have a type of suction effect where you will suck enemies in, which makes sense. It keeps it like nice and easy so that it can be easy to hit people. Where's he gone? Oh, he's dead. Just punch things in the face. We should have a boxing skin for this character, really. It'd be great. As you can see there, clearly missed, but there's still quite a lot of AoE on her 3 or 2, sorry. Also, I apologise if you can hear me being a little bit breathy or out of breathy a bit at the moment, because I'm fighting a bit of a cold, so I apologise if it does come across on the microphone. But as you can see, whenever I use my 2 or my 3, I'll get a green shield bar like that. And obviously that's just an extra shield for, I think it's 30% of my maximum health. It will also do it to any other teammate you've got around you. The radius doesn't seem that far, but hey, it's an extra shield for them if they need it. But it does not affect characters like Galay. So if they have no shield, or no shield option, it seems to not actually be able to affect them, unfortunately. But, hey, that was mean. But it's not the biggest deal, because let's be honest, those characters like that don't need any survivability anyway. Just punchy punch punch. More punchy punch punch, because, you know, that's what she does. Her laser on her 4 does actually go through those shields there, as you just saw then. So you can also use that just to completely ignore shields. And as you can see, by the way, her 2 dive is kind of actually ridiculous. Like, I constantly beat people on the bikes with the 2 dive. I keep wanting to call it 3 dive, but I don't know why. And this is what I mean by you can just fly with her 2. You can also fly with her 1 by just continuously punching mid-air. If your cooldown's low enough, you actively can just fly with it. And she'll make absolute mincemeat of this boss. Honestly, I don't care if it hits me. Let it. I'm going to just stand here and take the hits to show you just how little I care about actively being hit with this character. Oh dear, he's got that. Okay, now that's dead. That's mean. Like, look, there you go, look. Okay, don't do that then, fine. Oh, it's transitioned. Fair enough. The second phase of this boss is quite annoying with her because the silence fields he puts down do annoyingly affect you. As soon as you walk into them and you walk out of them, they do have a slight AoE on them. But if you stay out of them, it's not too bad. But if you don't, it's not the end of the world. Just walk out of them and charge straight back at him, I guess. And you can see that I was just ignoring his attacks entirely and wailing into him. And mission complete. Let's see the time. It's nothing special, like 5 minutes 52 is nothing special, but it's just so safe. And the fact that, oh, you just saw how safe it was. It's kind of ridiculous. It's amazing. I Honestly, I would say that everyone should at least give this build a try because it is very fun to do, just knowing that you can completely disrespect the content. And honestly, it's just hilarious to watch people, for example, against this boss. You'll see people die sometimes, whereas you're just sitting there not caring and wailing into the boss. Also, thing to note is the inversion. It's just pretty much standard stuff, really. More cooldown. I actually meant to change this one to this one. Because honestly, she gains really nothing from this. At least I don't think you can pick up MP orbs as a your HP character. I might be wrong. Someone correct me in the comments, maybe. And obviously this one just for HP regeneration because all the HP. I do not take the where is it? This one here. I don't take the one that buffs this season's Descendants because I feel that's very much skewing how powerful that Descendant is. But when the season ends, and I don't like to deceive people in that regard. So, and not to mention, you'll always think your character is just like for some reason way less powerful than what they were before. So I just always like to play a bit more. I feel a lot more honest, if you know what I mean. Again, if you want to use it, power to you. I'm not going to stop you. I don't recommend doing it to be honest, because it is just a a direct what is it 9% damage buff on Harris. But yeah, Harris, really good character, very much fun. Bye.